And we're live. Welcome, everyone. We are here at the beautiful Laviege, as you can see. I've got my amazing ladies here joining me from the Overberg Legends group. So those of you doing this on catch up, well done for getting to your mat. Remember to leave a comment or a question about anything or about the session or any of the poses. I'd love to chat. Remember to go and log your session. A great tool just to have that reflection at the end of the month. Often we can kind of forget what we've done in the busyness of a month. And so when you get to the end of the month and you've logged all your sessions, you might just surprise yourself in a good way, maybe in a bad way, of how many yoga sessions you've actually managed to do. All right, those of you here live, good morning and welcome. Let me just get these links out here. Thanks, Ames, for running our stream in the back. I've got someone can just come say hi quickly, before we start our session.
Hello.
Ed and I, guys, we had a braai last night. And then we went home, and I think we both went into a little coma last night.
Properly.
We woke up this morning and we were like, wow, that was a week.
You can't even call it sleep.
No.
It's like I went comatose for a few hours
I went comatose.
and then magically woke up again.
We woke up and we were both like, good morning. But now it's so great to be up. We've got a nice morning planned.
It's going to be quite lovely, in for some really awesome goodness for the next hour and a half, hour and a bit.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
And then I hope you prepped like a nice breakfast something. Because I love a good breakfast on a Saturday. We actually all going to the Hermanus market after this. So nothing better than doing a nice little stretch, get your workout done, go for a good brekkie, and then we're probably planning like a nap.
Yeah. Nice relaxing Saturday.
It's going for a sports massage after this.
It's going to be good.
Prepping
Yes.
before his big competition, which is only 4 weeks away.
It's exciting times.
Very exciting times. We've got more people arriving. Hi, Kat. And yeah, then we'll take a bit of a nap. How are you guys doing? What
are your Saturday
Your
plans?
Saturday plans?
What you got in store for yourselves? It's gonna be a busy one, quiet one, indoors, outdoors. What we doing?
Not a long weekend this weekend.
No, unfortunately. Sad noises.
Sad story. Good morning, Nooksy. Why are you online, Nooks? Aren't you supposed to be at the wedding? Pat, good morning. Renata, welcome. Noel, good morning. I'm going to do this after the 8 a.m. Thanks, guys, and enjoy your morning. Thanks, Noel.
All right.
Enjoy the catch-up, and we'll see you at 8 a.m.
It's going to be lovely.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Sharon, good morning. Nisa, welcome. Pat says, I'm resting after my booster jab yesterday.
Hey, look at you. Super protected. I like it.
Pat resting. I don't know, do you ever really hear of that? Hi.
It's good. It's good. She can go 1,000 miles a minute, but when she needs to chill,
she can chill.
That's how we do it.
Pat, I'm glad you're taking some rest. We are going to be just doing a nice full body stretch this morning. So 30 minutes where you can just relax and chill. We've got Stefan here doing this 8 a.m. madness, then tennis.
Hey,
that's a double up.
See if I'm putting in the work on the Saturday.
Stefan, I hope you're getting some form of stretch in there as well. I told you it's too good to be true. Pat, I hope you're doing the yoga and not the 8 a.m.
Yes. That's the preferred. That's the preferred of the two.
Yes. Give yourself one day off the jab. Zalna, goeiemorgen. Nicole, good morning and welcome. Nancy's here. Today is my rest day, but I have to do my yoga to rest. Absolutely.
Yes.
Ed, I hope you're going to join us.
Listen, the way my body's set up, I got limited range of motion right now.
Guys, I'm not sure Ed could.
I'm not doing it on camera. Let me put it that way. I'm not showing you.
I think this is a baby stretching here in the back.
I'm not going to show you what this looks like right now. The body's a mess.
But we did decide that one day when Ed does retire from his powerlifting career, that he's going to become like a Tai Chi master.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. I'm going to need to undo some of the stiffness I've caused. We're going to need to stretch it out. So we have a plan. We have a plan.
We have, because Ed and I, the Bri we were at last night, they had this crazy, like long, or like broad couch that we were sitting on. And eventually we were both just horizontal, like under this fluffy blanket at the Bri.
Like,
Both like,
everyone's off there having fun and chatting. Like, what's wrong with you two? I'm like, it's been a week.
it's been a
It's been a
week,
week.
bodies are resting. I mean, we've both been filming as well, so then we both like get up off the couch. We're like, ugh. So I'm glad I'm going to be doing some stretching today. I need it. Ed's going to have a. You're actually going to someone for a stretch.
I'm going to someone for a stretch. I've outsourced my stretching.
He's outsourced his stretching to a masseuse for today. So I hope that you guys, the Kung Fu Panda.
The Kung Fu Panda treasure.
You could actually be, a panda could be your spirit animal. Gabby, good morning.
Morning, Gabi.
Hello, Ivor. Hi, Pedro. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I'm very excited.
This is gonna be good. It's a full house tonight. It's a full house. I love it.
We've got about 5 minutes to go before we get started. You won't need any particular props for this morning's practice. Just yourself, just your mat, and I can't believe we are heading towards the end of March.
It's happening.
End of March.
Soon.
Today,
it's crazy.
Today in 6 weeks, I'm getting married.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Very exciting, but it's like around the corner.
Sorry, guys, she's off the market.
Oh, sorry, man.
You missed your chance.
But Ed and I have decided that should Neil and I or him and Mandy not work out,
we're defaulting to each other.
We're defaulting. He's my default, I'm his default. I mean, I think we'd like powerlifting yoga babies would be quite impressive.
They would be strong and functional.
And super mentally strong and chilled.
Proper. I'm here for that.
And they'd be very funny.
And then I'm here for that. And like between the skin tones, they'd be very, very pleasant hue.
Like the most beautiful little caramel babies in the world. But like me thinking like 6 weeks away from now, it's already the 7th of May, which is crazy. But in between now and then, we've got this insane, crazy month of April.
Ooh, so much goodness. Someone
was telling me the other day, I can't remember which country they were speaking about, but they were saying like this country has something like 52 public holidays. Like, I think,
it's insane.
Like an insane amount. And I was like, I thought we had a lot of public holidays. Because in April alone, we've got how many? 3 public holidays in April.
Creating, I think, three long weekends?
Yeah, it's
something like that?
It's something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, it's going to be
And it's for a lot of us who are creatures of habit where we go, I'm doing this from Monday to Friday, I get to log my things, I get to do it this way. And then to be pulled out of that it can be quite like disruptive to your schedule and your planning. But one of the things I always say, and if you've done my More Calm, Less Stress course, you'll know that I often speak about, instead of having a routine, to have a ritual. So that what you're doing isn't built out of routine and time frame, and I do it here and I do it this way, but rather it's not about how you're doing it. It's because it's more like why you're doing it. And so even if you're away, like for me, I do my yoga wherever I go, because it's not part of my routine. It's a ritual. It's something that I need to do in the morning.
I love that.
Whether it's 5 minutes of stretching, whether it's 5 minutes of breath work, it's my time. And it is tricky, it is difficult. But I can tell you guys, especially Louis in my program, I'm going to be a little bit biased now and do some self-promotion. But what's amazing about it is it's 30-minute sessions. It goes like this. You guys will see. Ed, you can speak to this for a minute for us while you.
I will watch these two their sessions. I'm telling you now, like that program is going to be so much fun, so much packed into those half-hour sessions.
A lot of laughs.
You get to see her. You get to get her stiff glow on.
Guys, like dripping sweat on the mat where I'm like, ugh, I'm actually quite blinded by my own sweat from these sessions.
No, it's actually absolutely proper. And that little combo between let go and flow, it's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm telling you now, it is from all the sessions I've seen filmed, I think that was one of the funnest, one of the most functional, one of the most put together of the programs we have. Telling you now, you're not going to be missing out by picking that one.
And I know that I think it was in Feb, Dom did her, yeah, it was with the boxing.
Yeah.
Dom and Greg
Great, yeah.
did it with everyone for those 21 days, which was really fun because they got their butts kicked by themselves. And so I'm quite excited because for this month, I'm doing Louis and my challenge with everyone
Oh, that's gonna be
for
awesome.
those 21 days. So I will be with you doing this. And I've got my sister on board, I've got my mom on board, and I've got my dad on
Yes,
board.
man, that's awesome. Whole family
The
affair.
whole, so we call ourselves the Four Amigos, and we're very
Yes,
excited
man, that's gonna
that
be
we are
awesome.
doing it together. But there's a million other choices. We've obviously got Kate's program as well. That terrifies me.
Commit to hit. Listen, Kate's in a place
Are
right
any
now.
of you doing the commit to hits? No.
Kate's in a place right now where she's just steamy as all heck. Like that.
Focused.
Oh, like she
Focused.
poured her heart and soul into that one. I think her and Lee did a session yesterday
Sunrise
that
Sisters.
we got to see. Oh, my guys, my guys,
Yeah.
that is proper.
I think so. If there's anyone who wants to like up level, push yourself a little bit more, that is where you're going to find that. We've got amazing courses, of course, coming up as well. We've got Jules Makeup 2.0, and then we've got the form. And this is something that you guys are always asking for. How do I do this? Why am I feeling a niggle in my knee in this pose? Why am I feeling something like this? And this is what these form courses are going to cover. Do yourself a favor. It's knowledge is power.
No, and I'm not at liberty to discuss the details, but you are going to want to do both these form courses over the next 6-ish weeks because thereafter, something that sort of builds on top of them, which is actually quite exciting, is going to be coming out. I'm working on a little some, but you're gonna need a little bit of background knowledge before you're ready for that.
You guys must realize that there's method to our madness. I know it might seem sometimes like there's a lot going on, but actually things are really like thought of and planned
There's a
and
master
put
plan.
together.
There's a master plan. So, I'm telling you now, those form basic courses, get up all
Get
in
onto
there.
them.
Get all in there. Or you're not gonna be ready for the next thing. So get up all in there. It's gonna be amazing.
It's very exciting stuff.
And you have the opportunity to get on all of that goodness because we got the 30% off promo that has launched
For your first month off.
Life
Life
Club. Whatever level of support you want and need, we got you, fam. We got you.
It's awesome. I know I've chatted to quite a few life members who are joining club now with a promo to join the Let Go and Flow program. So that's been very exciting. Like, been chatting to a lot of people and just excited for this one. I haven't done a program in quite a while.
Actually, you're right.
And another exciting thing about this is that I have never instructed, okay, the way that these guys do, and I've also never been instructed. So you get to see that development as well in this program. A lot of firsts in there.
That's amazing.
So if you are interested, pop us a message, find out how it works, and remember, if you're working with that 30% discount, you can also find out perhaps you have some extra reward points. And so it really is so simple to join. And I'd love to have you along with Louis and I on the journey.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun.
It is time. We are running overtime. That went like boop, boop, over.
15 minutes is never enough.
No, it's never enough. Okay, guys.
Yeah, you guys have fun.
Thanks,
I'm going
Ed.
to disappear.
Yes, we are going to get going. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Zeets. Hi, Lisa. Welcome, guys. Let's get going. Got amazing ladies joining me. It's always so nice to not be alone. So thank you for being here. We are going to just start seated. So you can either sit cross-legged. If that doesn't feel great in the body, you can always place the soles of the feet together. We've got Kath Hermans popping in here in the back. Thanks for being here, Kath. Kath and Trace drove all the way from Cape Town this morning. All right, so feet together, so either in your butterfly pose or you can sit cross-legged. All right, then we're just going to place one hand and the other onto the heart. You can close your eyes. Sit nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. And a big sigh out through the mouth. And again, a breath in through the nose. And a sigh out through the mouth. And then just pausing for another moment or two as we just let go of this week, let go of the stress and the tension and the strains and the conflicts and the anxieties and all of that. Just let that go. Bring yourself into this present moment and know that for the next 60 minutes or so, you're simply going to pay attention to yourself, to your own needs, and fill your own cup. Everyone and everything else will be there waiting for you on the other side of these 60 minutes, but place it all to the side. All right, and then we'll open the eyes. All right, getting going right from the beginning, we're going to meet on all fours. So facing the short edge of your mat, palms are spread, knees are hip distance. We're going to tuck the toes under, press into your hands, and let's get a little stretch on the bottom sides of the feet. So heels straight up to the ceiling. And so you might feel this all the way just under the feet. You might feel this all the way into the Achilles as you stretch, open the feet. We're going to relax the head down, and I want you to take 3 full deep breaths here. So soften through the neck and the shoulders. Breathe into the back of the lungs. Nice, and then we'll come back onto all fours. Let's untuck the toes. You're going to bring your big toes to touch. Take your knees nice and wide. We'll come into a wide knee child's pose. So you're going to sit your buttocks as far back as you can. Okay, some of you might take your buttock all the way down. Just see how you go, and then arms can reach forward. Head relaxes down towards the floor. I want you to spread through your palms, spread through your fingers, elbows off the mat as you extend the arms. Then sink your hips down a little lower so that you feel this nice lengthening across the rib cage, all the way on the outer line of the arms, out to your pinky fingers. We'll take 2 more breaths. You all okay back here? Good. All right, and then after that second exhale, you can bring yourself up. Keep your hands where they are. Bring your knees back in to be hip distance. Tuck your toes under. And so you're going to be in your downward dog. You're going to lift your knees. Press into your arms. Bring your spine to be diagonal. Such great alignment back here. Oh my goodness. Got 4 yogis here with me. Head relaxes down. You can keep a little bend in the knees at first. So bend both knees quite a bit. So you can bend even more. Bend, 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 bend. Nice. And then you're going to keep that left knee bent. Start to straighten out your right leg. Bringing right heel towards the mat. Getting into the calf muscle, which I can feel very much because Louis was making me do 1,000,000 calf raises yesterday. Stretch out that calf muscle. And then we'll switch. Right knee bends, left leg extends. So important here when you're holding this weight in your hands, try bring the weight also to the front of the hands, the palms of the hands, so that you're not just dumping into the back of the wrists. Bend both knees. You're going to look forward and you're going to walk to the top of your mat. So you can either just take 1 step, 2 step, or walk your feet kind of a little step, step, step till you're at the top of your mat. Feet are going to be hip distance. Come into halfway lift as you bring your hands to your shins. So you're going to look forward, lift the lower belly, and then lift the shoulders away from the floor. Yeah, really nice. Take 2 more breaths here. Lifting the sit bones away from the back of the knees. And then you'll fold yourself back down. Heavy arms, heavy head. We're going to spinal roll up. So remember, knees are bent, protecting the lower back. Press the feet like you're trying to press them through the floor. You'll roll up 1 vertebra at a time until you're looking forward and up. Loop the shoulders. Bring the head level to the floor. Nice. All right, so we're going to reach the arms all the way up. Take a full breath in. We'll take a side stretch to your right. So right arm down, left arm up and over. Nice. So try keep your body facing forward. Keep your left shoulder above your right. And then we're going to bend the knees a little bit. You're going to start to roll that left shoulder down so you start to face the floor. Okay, a little tricky movement here. You're going to move your left arm down towards the floor even more. And then as you come to center, switch your arms so that you come in a reverse movement all the way up with your right arm and left arm will join. Okay, so we're going to switch that. I'm just going to show you from the front. So you're going to go over to your left, left arm down, right arm up and over. Keep that gentle bend in the knees. Start to roll your chest to face the floor as right arm comes down. Move all the way through center. Switch your arms so that left arm comes all the way up. Isn't that a nice movement? Both arms up. Let's do one more to each side. So right arm down, left arm moves up and across. With that soft bend in the knees, you're going to roll the chest down. Move through center and then right arm all the way up, super slow control. Let's take a deep breath as our arms reach up. And then bend the knees over to your second side. It's the left arm down. And then you roll the chest down through center. Left arm all the way up. Well done. And then both arms reach up. And we'll release the arms down. All right, bringing big toes to touch. Like you would in your squat, weight into the heels. Chair pose, you're going to bend the knees, sweep the fingertips past the floor, look forward, look up, and extend all the way through your fingertips. Weight into the heels, and then really soft between the knees. So you're not crunching those knee joints onto one another. They're touching, but it's very gentle. Weight into your right foot. You're going to come all the way up, bring your left thigh to your chest. So here you could either reach to hold the back of the thigh or you could hold the front of the knee. This left ankle can be quite soft and relaxed. If you fall out, you come back in. We practice our balance. Some of you might squeeze that thigh super high, get a nice stretch across that left glute. Find a spot in front of you that you're focusing on. Relax through the face, relax through the shoulders. Let's challenge ourselves a little bit this morning. Take 2 more breaths. And then super slow and controlled. Release that foot all the way down. Reset, big toes to touch. Chair pose, sit nice and deep. Fingertips sweep forward and up. Sit yourself just a little bit deeper, a little further back into those heels. And then we're bringing ourselves onto left foot. Slowly right leg up. So super slow. The slower you move, the more control there will be. Again, you can hold that thigh. You could hold, reach for the knee. You might interlace the fingers and squeeze that thigh all the way up. Just finding that spot you can focus on. Just letting that breath move. And then we just challenge our, not only our balance, but that kind of mind-body connection. And also those little stabilizing muscles, especially in and around the ankle. Nice. And then super slow. Well done, guys. Right foot lowers. And then we readjust. Last little chair pose here. We're going to bend the knees, sweep the fingertips through, and reach all the way up. Try sit as deep as you can now. So go as far as you can. Okay, so you're kind of moving out of a chair pose. You're going to see if you can go all the way down. And then press into the feet. Well done. Bring yourself all the way up. You can keep your big toes touching. Bring your hands behind you. So now you're either going to reach for your opposite elbows, okay? Or some of you might bring yourself into a reverse prayer pose. So prayer pose is generally palms together in the front, or you could use that internal rotation. You're going to start to bring your hands together behind your back. Okay, so for me, this is a very tricky one, especially around the wrist joints. So you can see how you go. You might be in your reverse prayer, or you might be holding your elbows. Okay, from here, we're going to step our right leg back. So into our pyramid pose. Front foot is parallel to the long edge of the mat. Back toes are slightly turned out, but it's a forward-facing hip pose. Legs are straight, but those of you with hypermobility in the joints, I want you to have a tiny little micro bend in the knee joint. So it's not a bend, you hardly see it, but it's just switching out of locking that joint. Taking a little back bend here, lean slightly back as you lengthen through the spine. And then we're going to move forward. So you're going to hinge from the hips with that nice long spine. Okay, weight equal in both feet, and you're going to go as far as you can. Okay, and then once you kind of found your max, chin will tuck in. This is also a bit of balance here. We're getting into the back line. We're opening through the shoulders. Everyone okay back here? You breathing? Nice. Great alignment, ladies. All right, head relaxers. We're going to take 2 more full breaths here. Keep squeezing those shoulder blades together as you lift shoulder caps away from the floor. Okay, now it's strong legs. Activate the core as you bring the torso all the way back up. Bend in your left knee. Step your right foot forward to meet your left. Release the arms, release the hands. Okay, so it might feel quite intense if you were in that reverse prayer, just releasing the wrists a little bit now. And then let's take that in some full circles, releasing the arms, round and back. Got some big clicks in my shoulders today. Heard a few clicks here behind me. All right. And then the next time your arms come around and back, you're going to again take either your opposite elbows. Remember, now you're going to change the arm. So whichever form was on top in the first round, you'll switch. Or you're taking that reverse prayer, bringing the fingertips up between the shoulder blades, bringing the heels of the hands together. Second side, stepping your left foot back. Feet are on parallel track. So if I drew a line down the middle of your mat, your feet would be on either side of it. Rolling that left hip slightly forward. And there's still that feeling of connection to the abdominal. So it's almost like you're feeling that you're drawing your pubic bone towards your navel. Take that little lift, spinal extension. And then keeping that long spine, you'll hinge from the hips. So the chest moves forward instead of the head moving down. And then when the chest can't move forward anymore, then the chin curls in and the head settles down. So what I really like about this pose is you get quite a lot of feedback in the spine where the hands or the arms are connecting. So then you can almost use the arms or the hands to aid you to give yourself an adjustment to encourage that spine to straighten out a little more, lengthen a little more. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Good job. Strong legs, strong core. Bring yourself all the way up. Look forward, bend into your front knee. Step left foot to join right. And then we will release the arms. All right, well done. Bring big toes to touch if they're not. Reach the arms all the way up, full breath in. And then hinge from your hips, hands through the midline as you fold yourself all the way forward and tuck the chin. So we'll stay here for a couple breaths. Bend your knees as much as you need to give the spine a nice bit of length. And we'll just rub out the legs while we're here. So just taking a nice rub out of the hamstrings, the back of the knees, the shins, the calf muscles, the ankles. So this is always just a nice check-in with yourself. And also getting the circulation moving through the skin, encouraging the lymph to move. All right, and then hands can just soften down towards the floor. If you're wanting to take yourself a little deeper, hands can maybe stay behind the calf muscles and you can draw yourself in a little closer. So we'll take 3 more breaths in this inversion, remembering if at any time it becomes too much, if there's too much pressure in the eyes or the sinuses or in the brain area, then just come out into a halfway lift. But if you're loving it, we'll just stay about another full round of breath. Well done. Let's take a little halfway lift here. We're going to step the right foot back for a lunge. So again, feet are on parallel tracks. Lower your right knee down. Front knee stacked above its ankle as you press firmly into that foot. Raise the torso and raise the arms. Okay, so just that little reminder, if your knees are a little sensitive to the contact on the floor, you can always take a little flip of your mat. So you'll have a double flip of your mat, or you can have 2 mats, an extra one just for some padding. Okay, so we're going to bring our hands behind us again. This time you're going to see if you can interlace your fingers. All right, feel which thumb is on top so that we can switch it in the second round. Take a baby loop of the shoulders as you lift the chest. And then watch that you're not collapsing into your flexibility. So squeeze your inner thighs slightly together. Draw pubic bone to navel. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. If this is enough for you, you're just working on this extension. You're lifting up through the center of the chest. And then maybe you extend the arms. Some of you might move the hands away from the buttocks. I'm going to take 3 full breaths here, opening up the chest. And with every inhale, you expand. Feel that opening, that kind of stretching the muscles, the skin, and the exhales just soften you a little more into the pose. Well done. All right, and then release the hands. Bring them forward. Release your mat if you tucked it. And then we're going to slide this left foot back onto all fours again. Keeping the hips above the knees, we'll move into a little puppy dog stretch here. So hands are going to move forward, hips stay above the knees, and then chest can start to melt down. Head melts down. Okay, so you can sink yourself as deep as you like. Maybe you bring your chest to the floor. You could look forward with chin to the floor if that feels appropriate in the spine. We'll take about 3 more breaths here. I want you to make sure you're pressing the tops of your feet into the mat, getting that stretch across the top of the ankle. All done. And then you press into your hands, lift the chest, lift the gaze, walk the hands all the way back underneath the shoulders. Okay, we're going to take a little opening through the chest. Remember, this morning is all about a nice full body stretch. Bring your left hand just a little more to the to the right underneath the chest. And then you're going to open up the right side of the chest. So right arm lifts up, rolling left shoulder underneath right. And then we'll simply come down and switch. And so when we're on our mat for these 30 minutes, it's such a beautiful opportunity to just do like that really like full body check-in. And then going a little deeper than the physicality, we check in with ourselves on our deeper layers, left hand down. How are we doing mentally? How are we doing emotionally? How are we doing spiritually? Looking at our health in a full circle and holistically. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees, look forward, walk yourself forward. 1 foot then the other, halfway lifts. And back down into a forward fold. Spinal roll, so bend your knees, press into your feet, roll yourself all the way up, and we'll loop the shoulders. All right, arms all the way up, inhale. palms to touch, and you're going to fold yourself all the way down, tucking the chin. Halfway lift, look forward, fingertips to the floor this time, so that we can move to the second side for that lunge. Step the left foot back, lower that left knee down. Pressing into that front foot, reach the arms all the way up, flip your mat if you need. Make sure that front knee is above its ankle. Both hips are facing forward. And then hands are going to move round and back behind. Take your interlace of the fingers, change the interlace from your first round. We balance it all out. Roll shoulders back, squeeze shoulder blades together. Start to extend the arms. If you did so on the other side, then you're taking this nice lift. All right, but keep rolling that left hip slightly forward, pulling right hip slightly back. Pubic bone to navel. Maybe sink the hands down a little bit further in this round. Keep the chin tucked though. Take about one more breath. Well done. And then all the way up. Bring the hands forward. You're going to slide this right foot back, coming onto all fours. All right, taking a little twist through the spine. You're going to bring your right arm underneath you. Come onto your right elbow. Your elbow is in the center of your mat. You're going to take that left arm a little further forward. Keep the hips as they are. So the hips stay level, the hips stay square. The movement moves from kind of the top of the hip through the rib cage up to the shoulder now. You're going to take that right arm as far as you can to the left. Palm is facing up. For some of you, you can just relax the head. This is going to be enough for you to stay here. Some of you might move all the way down onto your outer right shoulder, to the right side of the head, and those fingertips can reach all the way to the front of your mat. Such a nice twist, such a nice little stretch across the upper back. Two more full breaths. Well done. Let's bring left hand back. Press down to lift up. Come back to center, readjust as you need to, and then we'll switch. So it's left elbow down to the center of your mat, palm faces up. Right hand moves a little more forward, and then keep your hips as they are. Take your left arm as far as you can to the left palm up. Right fingertips can creep forward, and then head starts to relax. So you might come down onto that left shoulder. Feel that little lift in the belly. Eyes can close here as you just bring yourself present. Let's take two more breaths. And then right hand moves back, coming in underneath the shoulders, readjust. Tuck your toes under. Find a nice bent knee, downward dog. So hips up and back. All right, then changing it up just a little bit, we're going to walk our hands back to our feet. And you're going to be in your forward fold for a moment. Bend the knees, start to roll the spine all the way up. And we're going to loop the shoulders. Big toes to touch, hands to hips. We'll move through a little hip roll here. So you're going to bring your weight onto your right leg and just start to move that left hip, or that left femur bone rather, around in that ball and socket joint. You can do like 3 in one direction and then 3 in the second direction. Move super slow. Also remembering that your head is really heavy. So you need to think of where your head is in space, because that counts a lot for our balance. Beautiful. Left foot down and switch. Right leg up and around. And then change direction. slow, focused movements. All right, and right foot down. Interlace your fingers in front of the chest, bend your knees, flip the palms away from you, start to extend the arms so it feels like someone's pulling your wrists away from you. Press the fingerprints into the back of your hands. And then start to feel like someone's pulling your rib cage back. So curl your tailbone forward, and then chin will tuck all the way in as you go full flexion in the spine. So legs are switched on here, but you're feeling more, the awareness is really spreading those shoulder blades across the back, almost feeling like you're trying to push your vertebra through the skin and the back body. Firm through the feet, start to lift the hands and the arms and the gaze as you come all the way up. Take a nice full stretch here. Deep breath in, and a big sigh out. Release the hands down. We'll switch. So again, interlace, but take the opposite finger on top. Flip the palms away from you, bend the knees, and go into that curl and round. Press into the feet, bring yourself all the way up. Keep your fingers interlaced as you take a side stretch to your right. Take a little bend in the knees. As we did earlier, roll your shoulder down. Keep the fingers interlaced though. Take yourself all the way to the left and all the way up. Pause. Second side, you're going to move to your left. Roll right shoulder down. Roll all the way through. Bring that left shoulder up and arms up. And then we'll split the arms. Inhale, arms up. Through your midline, fold all the way down and through. Taking a halfway lift, look forward. Separating the feet for a squat, heels in, toes out. So you're going to sit yourself down now. You might not go all the way down. You might keep your hands to the floor. Or perhaps you sink the buttocks all the way down. Hands maybe lift. You could also lift the heels, which is quite a nice variation. Because often it's our ankle flexibility that holds us from kind of going deeper into the pose. Okay, and then we're going to bring the hands forward. You're going to bring your knees forward. Untuck the toes like we did earlier. Bring the big toes to touch. And reach the arms all the way down. Settle the head down. Take 3 full deep breaths here. Take a moment just to thank yourself for getting on your mat, for paying attention, for a little bit of TLC, slowing things down, and just taking the expectations off yourself. Stepping out of ego for a moment and just being in a mode of self-acceptance instead of this mode of self-improvement. And when you're ready, you can slowly come up. Bring knees to touch. Take a little leap of the shoulders. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, ladies. Not too bad being here with me live with this view. Here we are here at La Viège, for those of you who joined a little bit late. I'm going to switch over. Not going anywhere, we're staying here, but switching over to Ed in a moment. Thank you for joining, everyone. I'll see you at the workout shortly. Bye.
Rise and shine. It's 6 o'clock and your mind is trying to convince you that it's too dark, too cold, and too early to get out of bed. Dreamland is where the voices are tempting you to remain, but the thing is, you didn't ask for their opinion, did you?
You have trained your mind, you have been here before, and for this, your body will follow. So sit up, put one foot in front of the next, and don't look back. We've got work to do.
This is it, the battle between bending and breaking. You and your body.
Drown out the uncertainty with your own heartbeat. Remember what we're fighting for, and never forget.
Defeat, forfeit. Those are not my words. I don't understand those definitions, but I do understand this. I understand victory, I understand resilience, and I understand never surrendering.
The month is yours. You are in control. You decide. Bend, don't break.